the shareholders of big energy companies.
The member for Capricornia.
Mr Speaker, my question is to the Minister for Infrastructure and Transport, representing the Minister for Regional Development. Will the Minister update the House on action the government is taking to support jobs in regional areas, including by supporting affordable and reliable power? What is the importance of policy consistency to generate and foster investment, and are there any alternatives to the government's approach?
The Minister for Infrastructure and Transport.
Well, thank you, Mr Speaker. I do thank the member for Capricornia for her question. She is a great champion of the people of the Capricornia region. She's a fighter for her electorate, and she understands the issues that matter to her community, issues like national security, issues like the affordability and reliability of power supply, issues like jobs in her community, and she's delivering. She's delivering every day through our infrastructure investment right along the Capricornia coast. And the Turnbull-Joyce government is delivering right around regional Australia, whether it's in our cities, whether it's in our regional centres, in our rural and remote areas. We know that businesses need certainty to invest. They need to have the confidence to invest, and that's why we have an infrastructure pipeline of projects which will see investment right around regional Australia and also in our cities. Now, the member for Capricornia is also someone who knows who she has to stand up for. She stands up for people in her community, the homeowners who need that affordable and reliable supply of energy, the small business owners who need that reliable and affordable supply of energy. And the Prime Minister, just like the member for Capricornia, is standing up for small businesses, standing up for households, standing up for manufacturers right around Australia. Now, it's important, Mr Speaker, it's important in this place to know who you're standing up for. You often have to pick a side in this place. Now, the Australian Labor Party used to have a side. They used to have a side. They used to stand up for blue-collar workers. Those opposite used to stand up for blue-collar workers. And Member for McEwen's waving his hand around, Member Shortland's arguing every day about this. I do feel sorry for the Member for McEwen. I do feel sorry for him. He comes from a regional area where, there are some blue-collar workers, but he must feel hopelessly compromised by the group he associates with now. The group he associates with now who sell out blue-collar workers for Green votes in the city every day now. They used to stand up for people like the members of the AWU. Now, I looked on the AWU website just the other day to see what industries you'd be in if you wanted to join the AWU. Now, you can be in industries like coal mining, you can be in industries like agriculture, and if you join that union, what do you think your union fees would be used for? Do you think they'd be used for things like workplace safety or maybe the training or something like that? And I looked at a quote from the union website. The best way of improving your wages and conditions is by making sure you and your workmates are AWU members. Now, what did the Leader of the Opposition do with those union fees when he was the leader of the AWU? What did he do with that money? Well, he gave $100,000. He gave $100,000 of union fees to a group called Get Up. And what does Get Up do? Well, Get Up runs campaigns against blue-collar workers. So Get Up. Join the Get Up crew to help stop Adani once and for all.
The Minister will resume his seat. The Manager of Opposition Business on a point of order.
Speaker, I guess there's a few. It's not relevant to the question he was asked. It's nothing to do with his portfolio. He's just straight.
Ranting. Well, the answer is broad. I'll say that, but there was a section at the end about any alternative policies, which is fairly broad. Minister has the call.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. And the member for Grantley says I'm better than this. Well, I thought the Labor Party was better than this as well. $100,000 to Get Up to campaign against blue-collar jobs at Adani, to campaign against Hazelwood Power Station, to campaign against live exports. Now, Kevin Rudd couldn't trust the Leader of the Opposition. Julia Gillard couldn't trust the Leader of the Opposition. The AW members couldn't trust the Leader of the Opposition, and the Australian people can't trust this Leader of the Opposition.